We've known each other for about good 10 years now, Richa.
Easily.
Yeah. And one common thing that we have always bonded over is traveling and dance.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, Richa, I have just launched a website of mine last week, which is called Solo Kudi. And
Mm-hmm.
I think both of us can define ourselves as being the solo Kudis
For sure.
because we've traveled alone pretty much a lot.
Yeah.
And you are right now in Canada, and I am in Delhi, but I'm so glad you were able to take out time for this interaction because I wanted to do my first video interview with you about women who love traveling and why they love traveling
Mm-hmm.
and why they love traveling solo.
Right.
So let's get started about your experiences that you've gathered so far.
Yeah, for sure. Happy to do it with you, and thank you so much for making me a part of your journey. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. So, Richa, you've been an L&D professional for about
14 years now.
15 years and you've traveled a lot for your work as well.
That's how I started, I'd say.
Okay. So, how many countries have you traveled to so far?
So I haven't traveled much because there's lots to see, but then I've been to 18 countries
18 countries is a lot.
so far. Yeah, yes and no. Wish to
Okay,
see more, many more to go.
sure.
I'd say one of my favorite places to travel or go to would be London
Okay.
because it's so international and there's no language barrier unlike the rest of the cities in Europe. So that's been quite an enriching experience. And I've had the opportunity to go to London a few times actually. So you have to go to a place a few times to basically get the essence of the place, right? To feel the place. So I think, yeah, that's why I'd say London.
And needless to ask, you travel there solo, like a business traveler, or was it leisure trip?
So first time when I went to London, it was business, and then second time when I went to London, that was for business as well. But then I clubbed a couple of days of solo travel, and the third time when I went to London, I also happened to go to Scotland as well, and that was a trip that was a birthday gift to self. The
Oh, that's
Scotland
amazing.
trip that I clubbed
Yeah,
with
I
London.
think I remember you went to Edinburgh as well,
Yes, yeah,
and the
that's
Harry Potter castle as well, if I remember it right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the Victoria Street, yeah.
So, where else have you been to in Europe?
I've been to a few countries. So, my first Europe travel was to Austria, and then I clubbed Germany with it, which was a solo travel, and then eventually Paris happened, which is France, and then Belgium, and yeah, Switzerland a couple of times. So, those are a few countries that I've been to.
And apart from London, and I know it's an unfair question, but which other place, according to you, is the most beautiful in Europe?
I would hands down say Switzerland because again, I think I've had the opportunity to go to Switzerland in winter and in summer. And in both the seasons, Switzerland is absolutely gorgeous. Haven't explored all of it, but the main city, Zurich, is where I primarily have spent my time. It's gorgeous. It's very English speaking and international as well, unlike Paris. So that was
I was
something that I was
about to
happy
come to
about.
that since I've been a French learner. What do you have to say about Paris?
It's all right. Not my favorite place to go to in Europe, but it has its own charm. But a little hyped, I'd say. There are many, many more places in France which are nicer and prettier, I would say. Uh, One of the cities that I know of and I want to go to is Nice. All right, let's see when that happens. Switzerland, because I hopped onto a train at 2:30 a.m., 2 a.m. there. So the public transport was 24/7, which is good. And then I did not feel unsafe even for a second, though it was pretty, I was pretty lonely in that train. And then, you know, I was crossing the road as near Lake Zurich, and I, stopped there for a while, clicked a couple of photographs, made videos, but then did not feel
Like in the
unsafe.
middle of the journey?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
And this was 2:30 a.m. at night. So yeah, not even for a second I felt unsafe. Whereas other cities in Europe that I've been talking about, like Paris, I was a tad bit scared, and even for that matter, London, I'm not 100% sure, though I love London, and yeah, so I'd probably hands down say Zurich.
Women have a lot of second thoughts when it comes to traveling alone.
Mm-hmm.
It's because of safety. Will they be safe? And B, as a solo traveler, will you get bored? So, what is your response on that?
So, like I said, safety, of course, should be your top priority, and you should be thinking about it. So, irrespective of wherever you're going, depending upon the location, you'd want to think about a couple of safety measures beforehand. So that what if, right? God forbid, but what if? So, you should be ready for that. But traveling solo, yeah, absolutely. It's so rejuvenating, I would say, because you kind of get a lot of me time. You get to reflect on a lot of things as you're, wandering around in the nature or doing some activity that you truly love. Could be anything, right? I'm totally a mountain girl, so I kind of feel very energized and motivated and happy, or empowered, I would say, when I go to the mountains. So yeah, that could be anything for you or anybody else. It could be a different something, but 100%, it feels like that you'd get bored. But then the best part about traveling solo is that you get to do things at your own pace. You get to pick and choose what you want to do without having to wait for somebody. And then I just say it feels like it that you're going to be bored, or you should do it, not do it, do not contemplate, just go for it. You'll be happy.
Okay, Richa, thank you so much for sharing all of this with Solo Kudi, and I hope that we can do something worthwhile with our travels as we keep documenting them as solo women travelers. And I've seen how you've combined your professional aspirations and your travel aspirations together. You've married them and you're living a life which makes you happy. So more power to you for that.
Thank you so much. Yeah. I mean, I'm really grateful to God that I got this opportunity. And then first time when I was out, I was scared. But the second time when I did it, I was more comfortable, and then it just kept happening. So yeah, I'm really grateful to God for that.
I hope this inspires some confidence in every girl who's just second guessing about her travels and who's thinking whether I should do it or not.